Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the Gold Ranger from the Power Ranger line of normal Hasbro, and I've got to admit I'm really excited. It comes with a key, and I didn't realize he did, so I'm wondering what it's going to actually say. So we can see this lovely window display. We can see Nate here as well, his weapons, his key, the actual Ranger itself. On the side there is nothing. On the back, obviously they've used the certain like display that they have. So this is wave 2. So you've got Red Ranger in his Beast mode, his Fury mode. Then we've got Drillatron, we've got Steel, and then we've got Evox, and then we've got pictures on the back. I really like this, so you can actually see. I really wish they kept this sort of design because I think it looks really, really cool. We've got Nate there. And then obviously at the top see-through, and then at the bottom just the barcode. So let's open up this bad boy and have a look inside. And here he is. Here is Nate. I've got to admit, I really do like the color. It's pretty much exactly the same as the Lightning collection that we've had, which is fine. I'm glad that they reused the same paint. So when we look at him, we see his head here, which is fine. It's kind of a little bit hard to focus on, a tad bit. Mainly because of, I think here, because obviously foreground, but we can see the kind of gold in his eyes. There's a little kind of marks. I don't know why, but it feels like there's been hair in it or something, or that there is hair. I always notice like the quality control on these sorts of figures, that there isn't much, which kind of really makes me, like here, like you've got paint, or not even like no plastic where it's being pulled from the mold. And it's just there a little bit. It's kind of disappointing. So we've got here the lovely kind of like his shoulder pad things. We've got the Go Buster kind of thing here, the transport pod, and then gold running down here. Slight paint missing here, if you can see it just there. So it looks like when they pulled them out of the mold, some of the paint stayed there, and then there's some movement here. You know, I mean, I know people keep saying like for the price that you pay for the figure, but you can think that if you're paying a decent price for these things, that at least they'd go over it to make sure it looks cool. I know that there's some silver kind of coming from here into the gold. I'm not bothered about that because, to be fair, you're only going to see the front of the face on this one. You can see that there's texture lines all the way down here, which I kind of like, and that looks kind of cool. Looking at his belt, I actually really like the belts. They actually have quite a lot of detail put into them, which is fine. It looks like he's got a bit of a skirt there, but obviously that's where the spandex goes into here, which looks kind of awesome. I really like these things, like his kind of armored mode. They're kind of awesome. We've got Sentai hands, or Sentai gloves, and the gold works really, really well. We've got it there, and it looks kind of like fine for the way it is already. Again, I really like these things. I think they're awesome. I don't know what it is about them. It feels like he could move them down and they become part of something, like if they could combine the Rangers or something. But we can also see here ruffles in the paint, or in the actual thing, which I do like. I like that they put attention to detail. It's not just like one straight line or one part of plastic, but yeah, I really kind of like that. And we see the side parts of his kind of boots. That just looks really cool. These are the things that really kind of stand out to me that make this figure, so we might as well turn them around. Now, I don't know why, but it feels like they've got bronze or a bit of gold on the joints there, which I'm not a huge fan, but again, I'm not going to see it from the back. But I really also like here just the kind of like the detail that they put in with his legs. That looks kind of awesome. Yeah, like even the back, I just think it's really cool. Like for all the armor attachments that I've seen for Rangers, this is, you know, he is the best one so far. He's one of my favorites. Looking at the back, I kind of wish this had more detail, like a bit of paint on it. I'm sure in the actual series it does, but I generally kind of like it. Yeah, I think these are meant to be silver, but it looks kind of cool. The gold kind of goes into the paint here and here, but I'm not again bothered, and you know, you can probably just clean it up. Faded paint there, again, could easily like paint this better, or kind of touch it up yourself, which is okay. And there's not much kind of detail. I do like the leather type effect that they've got at the back. That is awesome. So moving at the back, nothing with the helmet. As I said, you've got sides where you can see the sunglasses, and that's pretty much it for that one. We got the articulation test. For some strange reason, I thought it was going to bend there. So quite easy, nothing to write home about. This one doesn't, oh, there you go, so his legs move like that. This one doesn't feel like every single time that you're gonna move a figure or like you're gonna try and do it, it's gonna break. The legs don't bend back, which is fine. And you go like that. No movement in the torso, but just the arms that move up and down. Hands don't move, but you can twiddle the main arm. So again, this is quite stiff, so just be careful. Yeah, just be careful with these sorts of things, because you know, I'd hate the fact that if you had one and then the arm wouldn't go down, you force it and break it. That would be terrible. So just be careful with them. So hand moves like that, hand moves like that. So they all move kind of perfectly. And I really do like the fact that there is like kind of brown and black in that one, because you know, it's easy enough to kind of line up. That's just a wish that the arm would drop down properly. But yeah, it looks pretty cool for what it is so far. Oh, I forgot also to twist the head. There we go. So if you want to kind of move the head, you can do. You can move up and down slightly, but not by much, but just enough so you can pose it in a different way. These are the accessories that you get with it. I generally kind of really like this. I have to be careful because if I move too forward or backwards, you don't actually see it. So this looks really nice. I really like the detail that they've put on the blaster. It actually makes it look really cool, and it obviously goes well with steel. The amount of detail on this, just this small thing alone, is super crazy. You think mainly that, you know, they would have just turned it into a block, not actually done much, but I've got to admit, it's actually really cool. It really works well with this figure. I actually generally like the Gold Ranger from Beast Morphers. He just looks awesome. So looking even at the sword, trying to get that into focus, the amount of crazy detail on the blade itself is kind of cool. Yeah, it just looks awesome. Now, obviously, they've not put a lot of detail here in the paint. Let me try and get a better. All right, that looks like we're going to try and keep it there. But I really like the fact here that they've got a little bit of detail just etched into this. This looks absolutely perfect. I do kind of wish they had a little bit maybe black in there to kind of define the lines. But to be honest, I'm not really that fussed. I just love the fact that they've actually put detail. Even in the blade down there, like the notches there, you know, it's on the other side as well. That is absolutely really awesome for it. And that really kind of makes the figure and makes this better. So, and also, I don't know if this is meant to be part of like something else, but just that mode there, you know, they could have easily have combined weapons or something like that in the series. Like that. So yeah, this is definitely worth it. Now, I will give bad points to Hasbro. When I was coming to the end to kind of film this, his hand is completely sealed up. There is no kind of, like, you can put the weapon in, but really, like, the way it is, it's completely sealed. That I really don't like. Great figure, but it just feels like these figures are just kind of pulled out the mold and they're not really kind of checked over. Like, pulled out fine, looks okay, put straight into it. So that's kind of really off-putting. So I don't know why Hasbro are doing it, because this one, perfect the way it is. That hand is perfect. That is just really lazy, Hasbro, very lazy. Here we go, we've got the key. I'm intrigued to know what he's going to say, or what the Morph is going to do, because I didn't think there was a gold one. Okay.
Gold Ranger power! Phenomenal! Gold Ranger power! Rangers, it's go time! Let's go! Unleash the beasts! Gold Ranger power! Phenomenal! Unleash the beasts!
Is there anything else? Is that it? Oh, there we go.
Gold Ranger power!
That's all you get. So kind of disappointed. You think you'd get more, but yeah. And there we go, Ranger Nation. There is Gold Ranger Nate, or just Gold Ranger. I really like the figure. I really like the way that they've made him. The color is fantastic. It's just little things that kind of bring this figure down a tiny bit, such as the hand being completely sealed off. Obviously, just grab something like a pen. I just like cut through it quite easily. Some of the paint issues, but to be fair, this is actually kind of really nice. It's a really nice figure. I would happily, like, if you see it pick it up because it does go well with it. If you're going to pick up him, see if you can find Steel, because he is worth it as well. So Ranger Nation, what are your thoughts on this? Do you like this figure? Do you not? Are you going to be kind of picking him up, or are you kind of disappointed with some of the defects on this as well? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this video, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and why not hit that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. And of course, Ranger Nation, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.